I think that we can all agree that this year, throughout 2023, was Disney's worst of all time, not just because of their box office failures with the movies, the Disney parks having lower attendees than usual, merchandise sales falling to a very, big low, and we also have everything happening with the Disney stocks, and Bob Iger lying to the general public, and what they are about to do with their DEI agenda for many of their live-action remakes and reboots. This is Mike Zero. Subscribe if you're new and like this video to see future updates. I'm also on Twitter at Mike01. I thank you all so very much for the great and kind support. And let's get right into the subject, shall we? Now, we know that Bob Iger and the board have been in a phase of panic. Not just because of the amount of money that they're about to lose, but because of what's happening with the stocks as a result of what's been going on with the movies, Disney Plus, ESPN, Comcast, and everything that Disney has been struggling with right now. Now, we know one major thing about their movies is that they are about to essentially reboot things like Alice in Wonderland 2010, the Maleficent movies, and let's also not forget about other live-action remakes like Cinderella and Beauty and the Beast, to kind of remake those to kind of fit their overall agenda, similar to what's been going on with Snow White 2024. Now, on top of this, this is where matters get even worse, at least in my opinion. This is probably one of the biggest updates of all, and this has a lot to do with the Pirates of the Caribbean reboot now officially moving forward, and how it is going to be quite distant from what you all know and loved from the Johnny Depp movies. Let's discuss exactly what Disney's planning. Now, with Disney fully embracing their new upcoming live-action remakes and reboots to enhance their DEI agenda to the world, one major development has to do with Pirates of the Caribbean getting a full-on reboot. What is even all the more concerning is Disney's plan with the Pirates reboot is that the board and Iger are going at it with full force to make it the most DEI-driven live-action Disney film yet, beyond their live-action remakes. Last of Us showrunner Craig Mazin is set to lead the film and will be driving their woke agenda into the story. Disney's plan is to focus on turning it into the most diverse Disney project in years, and that they will be completely driving itself away from the source material from the original 5 Pirates movies and even the Pirates ride. Disney is embracing a concept to reimagine Pirates of the Caribbean into something more lighthearted and less dark and gritty in many areas of the film to make it even more friendly to younger audiences. Johnny Depp reportedly was contacted to return for Pirates a while ago for the 6th film and declined, and that's what drove Disney into chasing for a new cast and to turn this into a Pirates of the Caribbean universe with multiple main movies and spin-off shows, and of course to essentially make it just as big as Star Wars and Marvel, while also making it driven away from the beloved tone that Johnny Depp led with the originals. Now guys, let me just stop here for 1 second. Now, the fact that Disney is doubling down on their nonsense ideas and throwing it into Pirates of the Caribbean is just even all the more concerning and worrisome about them destroying pop culture. Now, we already know what they want to do with Cinderella, Beauty and the Beast, Lilo and Stitch, Moana, as well as other movies out there like Sword in the Stone. But it doesn't stop there. They're also going to be destroying Hercules. They're going to be dismantling other Disney brands out there as well, and it's not all that surprising, to be honest with you guys. It really isn't, because we know that Bob Iger really just does not know what he's doing at the end of the day. He's just doing what the board is telling him to do, but he's also very much in line with this agenda. And we already discussed about how the board basically wants to get a different CEO eventually for 2024, regardless of his contract extension. That doesn't even matter. We gotta remember that Chapek got the same treatment, and he got fired along the way well before his contract was expired. So they want to get somebody that's going to be more serious and more strict with their DEI agenda. They want to enhance that. They want to keep making it, reaching new heights for these movies and these shows. So back to Pirates. this is where matters get even worse for Disney, and how it really does spell doom for the future of these Disney movies, and especially for Pirates of the Caribbean. So if you love the original 5 films, I should say, not 6, there was a 6th one that was actually being crafted, however, but the original 5 Pirates movies are what really, you know, catered to the fans, right? Catered to the original tone of the ride, and how they really wanted to just make something pure. So now, what they are about to do, I think, is going downhill. Let's discuss further. The main reasoning why they got Last of Us showrunner for Pirates is that the undead will play a key role in these movies. The plan by Disney is to make it both a lighthearted franchise with elements of The Walking Dead, as well as The Last of Us, being mixed in with the Pirates of the Caribbean reboot. Now, Craig is planning on making this Pirates the wokest Disney film of all, essentially, and wants to trick audiences into watching their agendas on the big screen and at home for Disney+, while also turning it into a Pirates of the Caribbean universe. Now, again, they tried to do this with Johnny Depp. They wanted to eventually expand into a 6th film and spin-off shows for Disney+, and spin-off movies, and that all quickly fell apart. That's why they're rebooting it all from scratch, and how Johnny Depp is not going to be a thing about that. And speaking about Johnny Depp, we do have more to talk about him, and what Bob Iger had to say. Now, we know that Bob Iger does not know what he's doing with Pirates of the Caribbean. Let's just be clear, he doesn't know what to do with this reboot. If you don't have Johnny Depp, if you don't have the original cast, guys, really, what is this movie, and what is this universe gonna be? To me, it sounds like it's going to be The Last of Us / The Walking Dead meets Pirates of the Caribbean. And look, I understand, I get it. There were already elements of the undead in the original 5 films, especially, you know, elements of the 1st through the 3rd movie. But they really want to destroy the source material. They want to make it feel very alienated from the original tones of those movies to make it something new. Kind of like what they are about to do, by the way, guys, with the reboots of Alice in Wonderland, Cinderella, Beauty and the Beast, and stuff like that. They're rebooting even Maleficent. That's another plan that they have in the making. It's why Maleficent 3 is now off the charts. It's not happening. It's off the table, I should say. It's not moving forward. Angelina Jolie did not get a call because of that very reason. So you're also getting a Sleeping Beauty reboot as well, or a new iteration of that character. So, like I say, I think that this is just a disaster. It's probably one of the worst aspects of Disney happening right now by embracing this full-on reboot. So I would like to hear your take on this below in the comments, and if you guys did enjoy the content for today, make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel, and I will catch you guys next time.